yes, this is real, yes, it's official, and oh my god, it's actually kind of good? Because despite a lot of warranted skepticism I'm sure most have towards the increasingly popular advertisement game subgenre of the visual novel sphere, I think The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog contains a key ingredient that betrays its release date: sincerity. Despite the fact that the premise, framing, and April foolishness suggest this should be one big meme-filled joke, it actually isn't. Low stakes and silly as it may be, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog takes itself just seriously enough to get to the other side of its 2 hours to deliver a heartwarming story within the bounds of a gameplay-light visual novel, and it's well worth the single sitting it asks of you. Sonic is dead, at least in the context of a themed murder mystery game aboard the Mirage Express, setting of our story and location of Amy's birthday party. You play as an earnest young railway employee but otherwise blank slate through which to view Sonic and his friends, as well as partake in the whodunitness. Because there's been a murder, and how much of it is part of the game and how much of it is real is an ever-burning question as you go from cart to cart performing your intense deliberations and information gathering. Or not so intense, to be honest, because above all else, The Murder of Sonic is light and fluffy, and asks very little of you from a reading comprehension or sleuthing standpoint. Detective Tales runs point and leads you towards most of the right answers. Decisions and scenarios are all compartmentalized into individual train carriages, split into information gathering and alibi pressing sections respectively. But between inventory resets in each carriage that keep relevant clues to a minimum, and obvious verbal cues from Tails that signal once you've collected everything you need in your cart, you've got a game that's pretty actionless and simple even by the standards of the genre. The one exception to that rule is the kind of hilarious visualization of making mental breakthroughs, which is a simple ring collecting minigame justified by it answering the question, what would Sonic do? The true reason to play is unsurprisingly the writing. Earnest writing that resonated with me a whole lot more than its ironic dating sim peers. Because The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is as much about comfy vibes among friends as it is whodunit. Each of the themed carriages is a small 10-minute exploration into the characters that inhabit it, seeing if their alibis line up to their murder mystery role, and also getting a chance to see their reaction to Amy's birthday and whatever present they may have brought. As expected, it's also filled with in-jokes and Easter eggs galore that cement it as a treat for existing Sonic fans rather than something to draw in new folks. But I think where I was most impressed was where the story and characters played with the very murder mystery on a train premise. As you'd expect, there are twists and turns, and they deliver in ways that are well written, hilarious, and very appropriately Sonic. This game does escalate into an excellent final act, and it's carried by some heartwarming and realistic woes for our characters. In addition to being Amy's birthday, it's also coincidentally the retirement day for the game's original character, the train conductor, and the train's crew simultaneously treating the day as a send-off retirement party for him is the source of some thoughtful and unexpected moments. Moments that made me consciously thankful that this game wasn't the joke it so easily could have been. Love 'em or hate 'em, these super short brand advertising free-to-play visual novels are a part of our industry, and I think The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is not only one of the best ones, but proof that they don't need to lean into their parody excessively to be successful, and can instead use the genre's storytelling emphasis to deliver writing that's character-focused, real, and sincere, if not the next big save-the-world story. I hate the term that something was better than it had any right to be. I feel like it can be a little dismissive to the studios and genres that thrive with lower stakes. But if there's anywhere that phrase is appropriate, I think it would be an April Fool's game. Make no mistakes about what The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is. There's no mechanical or puzzle-solving depth to be found here despite its detective premise. Anything that can be considered gameplay is explicitly simple with no way to fail because they want you to finish this. It's linear and on rails in hopes that you don't get stuck and quit out of frustration. It redirects all of its focus towards the novel of its visual novel, and it's a focus that's not misplaced. It's a fun premise with a well-written story that doesn't overstay its welcome, and it lacks the sort of diminutive, smarmy tone that these free IP visual novels usually have, giving the story and characters a chance to feel utterly real when they want to be. With a short 2-hour runtime and an entry fee of $0, I think you'd be a fool not to try it.